When I return to Let's Play Avernum, and I've come all the way back up to Formello because I can't remember what we were doing earlier, but I wanted to come see if I can get past that trap now, and I can. Is that going to be a trap? What is that? You look inside the box. In it, you find dozens of sacks, which seem to contain the town's petty cash fund. Gold and silver spills out through torn seams. It's impressive. Your normally calm adventurer's mind starts to be clouded with greed. We'll leave it for now. I'm going to check the rest of this place. There's a box here. Someone carelessly left it open, making the gloves inside clearly and tantalizingly visible. Someone has etched magical glyphs around the edge of the box. Decoration or powerful wards to punish the thief? There's only one way to find out. I mean, that trap killed me the last time I came through here. Who knows what devious devices are in these boxes? Yes. When you start to reach into the box, there's a flash of light. When your vision clears, the glyphs are gone and the gloves are still there. You start to feel a little faint, slightly dizzy, but at least you're still standing. So, I'm afflicted with dread curse. What does that mean? What does that mean? I have dragon skin gloves, though. 8% armor, plus 2 strength, plus 1 quick action, plus 5% melee damage. Wow. I'm using iron gauntlets, damn it. And now wait a minute, she's a battle mage, so is that going to allow her to actually use heavier armor? First I should find out what this is. Oh, plus 3% magical damage, that's right, I'm wearing special gloves. Alright. Now it says, I assume that's what this little green crap is, the curse. It's not like these are magical gloves. What the hell is the dread curse? I wish it would tell me what is going on with me. Because I don't seem to be taking any stat problems. Is that something I can cure? Non-mental hostile effects. All this is cured, I guess. It says you have been. Well, who is you? I don't think a curing would do a curse, though. It generally doesn't work that way. Well, let's play with fire. Apparently not all traps in this place are mechanical. Explosions rock the cavern, gas pours in, rocks fall from the roof, some of the gas forms into translucent figures. It's very unpleasant. If it's any consolation, the trap is gone now. You know, I mean, honestly, I thought that, you know, this one would be cursed and this one wouldn't. Like, I kind of figured it was a mind game where the one that looked obviously trapped with a magical thing would actually just be benign. But it turns out this game really just wants to dick you over. Okay. Shall I use this then? That's it. This is a divine shade, and these are just specters. Okay, well. That was dumb. We're not going back there. Not even for those dragon gloves. Fuck it. I will do this on my own. At least until my the resistance to curses is higher. Okay. What am I looking for? Map. The giant and ogres are off limits. Let's go to the deadly crypt. Because that sounds like an excellent destination. Actually, let's look around behind me first. Oh, what is this? Go here. Okay. Apparently there is nothing to interact with there. I guess this is the road up. What do we got here? A little grotto. The ground to the east is littered with tiny scraps of armor, bits of metal, and shards of bone. The scorch marks of a dragon fire mar the walls. There was once a heavy battle here. The cave has an eerie feeling to it. You feel like you aren't alone in here. Like someone is watching you. Well, we haven't made it to, Motrax. Oh, let's just make bad decisions. You find a large heap of refuse left over from the battle. You pick through the scraps and rusty metal, but everything has been scattered and heavily picked through. You find nothing of value. Of course, this is a large cavern. There may be something useful here, and you just don't know where to find it. So, is it saying I need to kind of go around? And I bought a couple iron bars, by the way, for that one quest. And it occurred to me that while I was buying that, okay, there's got to be a secret here. I shouldn't disappear, actually. It occurred to me while I was buying it that there were other things like papyrus and cloth, that sort of thing, that doesn't apparently have any use or value, but I'm willing to bet it's going to be used later on in a fetch quest. Okay, you know what? Screw this. Whatever. Ah. Is this where Motrax is? I guess it is. So I went in the complete opposite direction of where I actually wanted to go. The Cave of Motrax. Polite guests only, please. What did I have to do here again? Deliver Motrax, the wisdom of Motrax. Okay, let's go find out what those are. Delivery. Leather satchel hangs from the corner. Give it to Motrax. Okay, and then we just need to ask about the scroll. Scroll of what? Missionaries in Avernum in the air. Okay. Well, while we're here, I just earned a medal for whatever reason. Report to what did that say? Report to damn it. Report to barracks before entering. Do not unnecessarily disturb the dragon. And is that up? Whoa. Damn. You walk back to the sign you just passed and look at it again. Your eyes didn't deceive you. It said what you thought it said. A dragon lives here. A dragon named Motrax. Before you came to Avernum, you didn't think any dragons still existed in the world. The Empire tried hard to slaughter them all, just like they wiped out every other magical creature on the surface, everything from gremlins to griffins. When you realized that dragons still existed, though, you had a strange feeling, a mixture of fear and elation. True, dragons could be sinister, deadly, avaricious creatures, seldom to be trusted. Yet, you could not help but feel that the world was poorer without them. Let's go push this button first. Because doing dumb things in the lair of a dragon... Will you hit the damn... There. Zeld. You see a dim, insubstantial figure lurking in the back of the cave. It says in a soft, spectral voice, "I was Zeld." Then it makes a spooky noise. Ooh. What are you here for? It speaks very quietly. "I wait here, yearning for revenge." Revenge against who? Whom? Revenge against whom? "On foul Motrax, who slew me while I merely looked at his treasure." Where is Motrax's treasure? "I tell all I can as my revenge. It lies beyond the lake, beyond his lair, beyond the entry cave. But there's a passage so humans can get to it should he pass on. I found it. There are no traps in it. I think I set them all off." His ghostly form wavers briefly in his anger and excitement. You tried to steal that kind dragon's treasure? You got what you deserve. And you will now what you deserve. Oh, piss. Well, I can still kill him, right? Can I? I don't know, because I just tried to kill a frickin' ghost, and it didn't work out so well. Okay, smite. Can't reach. Son of a bitch. Can't reach that. Okay, what can we do? Protection. You, get out of the way so we can get out of this frickin' cave. Charmed. We'll fight for the other side for a short time. Son of a bitch. Yeah, that's not going to work against it, I have a feeling. Can I, cure that? No, mental effect. Non-mental effect. Okay. Well, let's get out of the line of sight, shall we? And he's not going to follow me. Okay, Mycroft, why don't you get in here? That didn't do very much at all, actually. That is unfortunate. Well, let's try Icy Rain, then. Critically immune, fantastic. You guys are the greatest adventurers. Yeah, physical attacks just aren't going to work. Okay. Well, I guess you get to wait out here then. He is slowed, so he loses his turn. Is fire going to do anything? It will. And she's charmed now, and she is deadly. Damn it. Run. Run away. How? Damn it. Well, now I gotta waste a turn healing myself. that's hard. Well, I'm not going to last another turn, so I'm going to have to do that. How can something incorporeal like that do so much frickin' physical damage? There, Christ. All characters must be within 10 paces of the other character before we can finish it. Alright, so I can still go find that treasure. Ah, bags of meal. I will take them. Because I can turn them in to that one chick back in town. Let's take some of these and just start using them. Use it. There we go. What do we have on the ground around here? Bread. I'm willing to bet this guy is in charge. You see a skinny man in steel armor, actual steel, walking around taking care of the business of the fort. He's almost manic. He can't seem to slow down. When he sees you, he runs up to greet you. A visitor! Welcome, welcome. I am Captain Ko, the greeter. You report to me before you seek the dragon. Is this where I need to report before entering further? Yep, I greet visitors to the cave. I also guard things I need to be guarding. I'm a visitor. He goes into his prepared greeting speech, quivering with happiness. All visitors are welcome to the Cave of Motrax, to greet the Ancient One, to teach and learn. The rules are simple. Stay on the rock path and behave. Why should I stay on the path? Safety! When visiting Motrax, go north through the main cave. He'll be in the second cave in. He throws trash into the tunnels to the west and lives in the tunnels to the east. I recommend against going into his home. He probably wouldn't like it. And he has some nasty fire lizard pets who live off his trash. They're quite nasty. What rock path? The stone walkway. Only walk between here and the lair of the dragon. Don't take any side passages, or you'll end up really regretting it. Remember that. Directly here to the dragon and directly back, or it's not safe. Does Motrax have a horde? Ko looks around, worried that someone might have heard you. Motrax is friendly, but he is not tame. If he thinks you threaten his horde, he will kill you, so don't. Don't even mention it. You guard the dragon's lair? He straightens up. It's a dull job. With Motrax around, only a fool would cause trouble. I mainly greet people, and take care of my cats. You have cats here? Where are they? Sure, they go with me wherever I'm stationed. Delta and Epsilon are their names. They should be in the cave. Motrax loves them. Delta and Epsilon? Aren't those strange names? I got them from Motrax. I heard him mumbling something about something, and it involved a lot of weird letters in the words Delta and Epsilon. I liked them, so I named my cats after it. Makes sense, yes? Do you know anything about a magical flying sphere? Do I know anything about a magical flying sphere? Is this the first time I'm hearing about this, or did we hear about this in a later episode? Earlier episode, rather. Because I don't remember needing to talk to anyone about a magical flying sphere. No, not a thing about it. The sages might, though. That sounds like a sagey thing. Sages know all about sagey things. Okay, we're done. Let's look in your chest. Look in your desk. Let's see what he's got in his pockets. No. Another guard. Another lockbox. With basic iron bracers. Ooh. More iron gauntlets. Which I am current. Oh, right, because I didn't steal those amazing dragon ones and get a curse on me. Yeah. No, not F, G. Okay. What's this over here? Guest quarters. Good Witch Marion and Laith. Don't I need to talk to Laith? That name sounds familiar. Good Witch Marion. You meet a woman in long, sparkling robes. Her robes are made of the normal rough Avernum cloth, but silver threads woven through it make the garment glitter in the dim light of Avernum. She displays a constant smile and seemingly boundless energy. "Welcome, traveler," she says. "I am Marion, Good Witch of the Northern Caves. I hope the day treats you well." Have you been in these caves long? I have been here for a year now, conversing with, teaching, and learning from Motrax. What do you know of Motrax? He's the ancient dragon of the cave. He knows so much of all the Avernum tunnels and of the races in them. Are you researching the tunnels for a reason? I hope one day to plumb into his memory. His memory? We're talking about the tunnels. And she's talking about Motrax. Into his memory and find knowledge of a tunnel to the surface world. Then I can escape this horrid pit. She looks at you slyly. And maybe take the captain with me. Which captain? She grins very broadly. Ko's the captain here. If I left, I'd have to take him with me. He's good to have around. She's sweet on the captain. Okay, I'd like to learn more magic. She laughs. Wouldn't we all? Alas, the magic I can teach would not be handy to you. It concerns building, not burning, though of course this world makes us need both. Where might I learn burning magic? I would go south to Formello and visit the great library there, and the sacred temple. Two mighty beacons of applied magical learning. Okay, let's talk to Laith. You see a tall, thin man with a long beard. He is old and frail, but you feel great power coming from him. He sits at the table and sips a weak broth from a ceramic bowl. When he finally notices you, he says, "Ah, I am Laith. You must not be here to see me. The dragon is elsewhere." What occupies your time here? I grow old, and I learn from the dragon. Do you know the dragon well? We understand each other, although when he had reached my age, he was still but an infant. I still find that we think surprisingly alike, and one day he will mourn me. Will he really mourn your passing? He nods solemnly. Yes, dragons have great spirits, greater than we can know. It gives my spirit great comfort to know it will be mourned by something so ancient. Do you know anything about a magical flying sphere? For a moment his eyes become very alert. Sphere? Oh, you mean Thralney's orb. It was brought down here by the first expedition long ago. Years I spent trying to find it, knowing the gift of flight might help me escape, but I never did, eventually gave up. I never could find it. I did find out that Thralney met his end while navigating the water maze. Tell me about this maze. It's a bizarre mess of waterfalls to the west of the savage Slithzerakai lands. Very dangerous and difficult to explore. I read an account that he went in hoping to use the orb to save himself from disaster and never came out again. To get there, take a boat to Fort Dranlun and sail west. And keep sailing west, far past the Slith fortresses. Okay. Do you know anything about the maze? He thinks about the question long enough that you suspect he forgot that you were there. Finally he says, crystals. I think I heard that the first expedition was lured into the maze by crystals. Greed? Perhaps. All of this speech has tired him out. That is all I know. Please, let me rest for a time. But I had more questions here. I would like to learn more magic. What? Teach? I'm too tired to teach. The cities are... His voice trails off. He forgets that you were here. Great. There is a secret button, though. Making sure there's nothing on... See, I just know. I just know I should be collecting these. Ooh. I'm going to get seen. Yes, I am. Oh well. You're seen. Oh god. And then she's like, come, join us. And I leveled up from unlocking a door. Oh. Copper coins for free. And let's see what's in here. Okay, so these copper coins aren't free. And the ones that I just picked up were. But I will get in trouble if I pick up those ones, because there is like one more. That makes a ton of sense. Ooh, a scroll of lightning. Let's take it. Oh, whoops. No one's gonna see this. Ah, what do we have in here? Steel. Ooh, a silver necklace. Steel. That's a trowel. That's not a hammer. I gotta remember to pick up hammers. Okay, let's give what's-her-face some stuff. Intelligence, we'll put it up on 10 and then I'll work on the other ones later. I have 2 points. I need to put it in mage spells because I need to get this up to 11. And then what should I do? Arcane lore? Do I still need some of that? I might still need some of that. Luck, cave lore. No, I'll put it in magic lore. Alright. Oh, you know what? I had forgotten to go talk to that one chick back in the sewers of Formello. Because I have, like, rank 8, reputation now. So, I could start doing some quests for her. Oh well, we'll go back. We have to go back anyway, because, that's where one of the quest turn-ins is. What is this stuff on the ground? A hatchet and a knife? Some rope? Cauldron? Epsilon! 2 healthy and well-tended cats wander freely about Motrax's lair. The dragon clearly dotes on the little creatures. And there's Delta and Epsilon. Okay. The floor of this cave has been worn smooth by dragon feet passing over it time after time for centuries. The beast's claws have left ruts inches deep. The dragon himself is waiting for you in his alcove. His body is weakening, but his eyes are still sharp. There was something about going right and left, right? I mean, correct? Because, yeah, one of them leads to, well, one of them leads to death, apparently, and the other leads to something else. Motrax takes the satchel delicately between 2 claws, opens it up, and reveals several chunks of greenish meat. Ah, he murmurs a delicacy. He eats the snack in several delicate bites and rewards you with a pouch of gemstones from his hoard. Fantastic! Oh, I just got... Well, okay, so I got an emerald and a ruby. No, I got 2 emeralds, because I already had one here. Now, wait a minute. Okay, so it says I'm at 2. The little number doesn't show up in the junk bag, apparently. I was about to feel I had been cheated! Okay, so that's that quest that I kind of forgot I had. Let's do Marion here while we're at it. Strength, sure. What is my tool skill, by the way? Let's just look. 2, 4, 6, 8. I don't know if I should be putting more in there. First aid, maybe. We've got a bit of it. Maybe some cave lore? I don't know. Put that back in there. Oh, no, 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 no. She needs... What does she need? $11. Blade sweep. Okay, this is a good... I need to get that to 9 then, because this is an area of effect attack. This one was not. Okay. So we'll be doing that. Then, get that up. Why can't I add? Oh, because... Now I could, I think that said it worked for other things. So I mean, really, I could put it in something else, and it would count. But I'm not going to. Oh, let's put it in first aid. Now let's put it in cave lore. Probably the worst build ever, but I'm just going with it. Okay, let's talk to Motrax again. You stand before a dragon. He is green with reddish highlights and towers high above you. The dull color of his skin and the cracks of his wings make you guess that he is old, very, very old. He stares at you with frighteningly wise eyes. Interesting, he rasps. A traveling warrior, like in days of old. I see spirit in your eyes. I am Motrax. Come, speak with me for a short time. Ease my tedium. What are you? He sighs. A small wisp of flame comes out. I am an ancient dragon, long past my prime. I do not roam the caves and hunt anymore, but instead devote myself to scholarly pursuits and playing with my cats. His voice is rich and deep. You have to concentrate to keep it from hypnotizing you. Even when old and decrepit, dragons are mighty creatures infused with raw magic. How old are you? 1,000 years I have been alive. I hope for 1,000 more. But they will be quiet years, filled with contemplation and not battle. Have you fought many battles? I'm not going to make the reference. Yes, I have fought numerous battles with Slith Zerakai, with humans, and with my brothers. You have brothers? I call the other dragons in these caves my brothers, but don't be mistaken. We are not hatched from like broods, and we are not all males of the species. There are many other dragons. There are 5 of them living in these caves. Myself, reclusive Athron, cruel Pyrog, wise Koth, and Sulphurous, strongest of them all. He sighs. They're all young compared to me. We are estranged. Do not ask me more. I prefer not to speak of them. Why not? For a moment you see a flash of anger in Motrax's eyes. I do not appreciate being pestered. I will only say that I am of different breeding than them. I was born in the underworld centuries ago and came to know humans only recently. The other 4, they fled into the underworld recently. They ran from the Empire, which was slaughtering all of my kind. They avoid and taunt me. I think they are ashamed that they fled. I have another question. You find me interesting? You know, I could go through that loop again because there were still other things we could have talked about. Sure, let's do it. You devote yourself to scholarly pursuits. Here I have humans come here and I learn the ways of the lands and blah blah blah. I like Avernites despite our first meeting. What happened at the first meeting? I met some of those in the first expedition. What is this first expedition? I need to ask about this, so it's good I did this. His head rears back in surprise. You haven't learned of the expedition yet? When those above in the Empire found these caves, they sent a large force below, led by a small group of powerful adventurers bearing much powerful magic. The sorry band hoped to subdue those of us in the underworld. They were arrogant, they were stupid, and they were slaughtered. How were they slaughtered? In many different ways. A group of them came here, fleeing a band of sliths. They dared to demand that I help them. I refused. They attacked, I slew them, and cast aside their paltry treasures. Another band came, humbly this time asking for sanctuary. I refused them, though. They offered a bribe. And what was their bribe? A stone key, which they said they found somewhere far to the west. I was so enraged by their attack that I threw them out and their trinket with them. They can't have gotten far before the sliths got them. They went southeast. Search the tunnels in that direction, and you may find it. Look for the site of battle long past. Okay, so I guess that, or is it telling me, like, on the overworld tunnels, whatever? Well, I have another treasure. My leftovers go to my pets, stupid smaller cousins who live down the tunnel to the west. I recall giving their trinkets to my pets to play with. You know, those trinkets are probably still there, even after all those years. You may take them if you want. Be careful, though. My pets anger easily. So I now have permission to go down both sides, even though I was told not to go down both sides. Let's talk about those cats. You like cats? Yes, quite a lot. Remarkable little creatures. I don't know how I lived without them. Okay. So let's talk to him again. You find me interesting? I do, though you're not well known. You have in your eyes a dangerous gleam. It is the glow I have seen in all those who have gone on to perform great acts. I am old. I can see such things. I have seen heroes of old. The heroes of old. The humans who first came to Avernum, the poor exiles who tamed these savage caves and bend them to their will. Perhaps I am old and sentimental, but I found them. Do you believe I will achieve great things? No, I believe you will die. Only the rarest of those who carry your spark have the skill and luck needed to survive it. I will be fascinated to hear how long you live. Such amusements do much to ease the tedium of my long life. Do you believe... Oh, okay, so we basically just ask the same thing. Do you know anything about a sphere? He thinks. One of the first visitors brought a sphere that allowed flight. His name was Thralny. I've been trying to find out more, but I have had no luck. You really don't need a sphere to fly. I had thought the dragon, or the Empire killed all of the dragons. I've been down here for centuries, long before the Empire commenced their savage genocide against my kind. Do you ever long for revenge? Revenge? Why would I long for revenge? The Empire's never touched me, and it never will. If the other dragons were too weak to protect themselves, why is it any concern of mine? Of course, if you speak with them, they might feel differently. Someone in Formello wants me to find a certain scroll on religious history. Ah, well, I can see why you ask me, but I am not half the historian some of you humans think I am. The dragon Koth, far to the west, is the collector of magical tomes of all sorts. You should ask him for help. I'll be going now. Then I wish you interesting travels, and I hope to hear more of them. The dragon lowers his head and resumes his rest. Okay, so Koth is in the west, where his horde is. Motrax takes the sound. Okay, that's it. He just said the guy I need to talk to about the scroll with is in the west, which is where his horde is, which is where I will die if I try to pillage it, right? But he said down this way is where the other dragons are. I mean, are we talking about these? Because there's not much map left here. Or is he talking about the overworld tunnels? I guess the only way to find out is to go. So let's quick save and... Where the west tunnel? Yeah, thanks. Fire lizard. We're gonna get out of here, because damn it. I didn't want to fight them right now. So we're just gonna kill his pets, basically, is what he's suggesting. Oh, there are two of them. This is not gonna go well. Well, that actually didn't do too much to me. Icy rain! I probably shouldn't go charging in there. There are bound to be many more than just these two, and I'm probably going to aggro them if I do that, so let's not do that. And I missed. Boy, I just love it when that happens. Icy rain! Very nice. Let's get in there. And I missed, and there are two more. There are three more. Can you do it? Of course not. Okay, this is getting freaking ridiculous here. What the shit? Leg sweep? Jesus. What else can I do here? Cone of Cold. I don't think it'll go that far. And they are coming around, I believe. So I'm gonna back up here. Give myself some room. No, I want you to go over there. Yes, just stop. Now would be a good time to summon some beasts. And actually, I probably could have tried using my stun spell. But those lizards don't seem to be coming this way. Right. Alright, let's give everyone a turn. Okay, well, I guess I need to get closer before they will aggro. Can I end combat right now? I can. Giving me time to boost him. Intelligence. Okay, actually, let me look and see what we got here. That is a spell I need to learn. As is that one. As is that one. Okay, so I could learn the Ward of Steel, giving me resistance to physical attacks. That'd be nice. Then I can actually learn some fire on my own and domination. So let's work to getting that. I probably should just be doing that by default anyway. I should just constantly be adding one to that. Okay, I've actually got a bit of arcane lore here. Maybe I should start looking at adding this to something else. Like maybe... No, I really don't have him attacking that often, though. I think it'd be a waste. So healing, cave lore, luck, magical effectiveness. Increases the effectiveness of all your spells. Well, let's do that. Quick save. just because. Okay, well, this gives me an opportunity to put on a bunch of stuff. Curses. Ah, and that was apparently enough to get me into aggro. So, oh yeah, I'm fatigued. Critical. Very nice. Man. Well, let's do a smite against that fire lizard. And then she can come over here and use the bow against that fire lizard and miss. Damn it. Damn it. Fine, just kill... All right. Oh, wait a minute here. Now I've got... I want to look at his stuff, too. He needs 8 to get this stuff. So I should just be doing this. I don't know why I put tool and pull up. Actually, I don't think I did. I think he came with that by default. So let's put one there. Let's do first aid. And apparently all of those nice little spells have worn off. Okay. And I guess my creature disappeared. And we are now in combat. Now have leg sweep. Let's give that a shot. Oh wow! I did a lot of damage. I probably should not have killed the one I had just put immobile, because that defeated the purpose of actually immobilizing it. Oh well. Storm! Right. Come over here. Good, we finally got the pet into combat. Oh my god, I am really, really freaking tired. Oh, that not going off. No, I didn't want him to touch that. I just wanted him to go next to it. Take all that money, though. Good grief. I'm just gonna be safe here. Alright. Apparently that worked for everybody, which is great. What else is on the ground? Meat. I could eat that and top off. Ooh, fly crystal, healing potion, radiate ice. I've got a lot of healing potions. Where did they all come from? Mouse, come back. Quick save. Ooh. Now, you know, I don't know what's going on here because, you know, he says, stay out of my stash and all that. But he just said, right, in that dialogue, you can help yourself with my treasures and whatnot, just watch out for the pets. Scroll of Domination. Is that you? At the end of the filthy passages and crude lizard nest, you find a small box covered with slime and claw scratches. Inside it, you find a few gold pieces and a small ivory brooch. Leave it alone. Quick save. You know what's going to happen? I'm going to walk out of there and he's going to be like, you thief! And I'll have quick saved and not actually saved on my way in here. Take it. What is this ivory brooch? It says I gain an item, ivory brooch. It must be one of those quest items. Oh. You don't suppose, if I had not killed that ghost, he would have said, go get me that ivory brooch. Damn it. Okay. Well, quick save now. We seem to be okay. Let's go down this one and see what horrors await us here. There are several huge piles of rounded stones to the west, stacked and arranged in the form of a comfortable bed for Motrax. Looking around the pile, you see old, withered dragon scales by the dozen. What is absent are the heaps of loot dragons are renowned for gathering. So why don't we take some of those dragon scales and make some really awesome armor? Was it there? Was that what just opened up? Ooh, there's another one of those magical traps over there. The corridor is damp and quiet, very, very quiet. You start to get nervous. Wandering around in the back passages of a dragon's lair can be a very reckless thing to do. Quick save! So my skills at disarming traps have great... Oh, damn it. Okay, well, that's the end of that. Oh, let me get out my list. Motrax's lair. So, when I finally get that break barrier spell, I can come back here. Okay. I guess that's it for here. So, I will see you back in Formello. Alright. Claudette. She was up... I think this is the temple up here. Oh, no, wait a minute. I didn't actually get the scroll. I was able to speak with Motrax. Describe the conversation. You tell Claudette about your meeting with Motrax. You describe how he didn't know anything of use, but the dragon Koth might. How unfortunate, she says. Still, I should pay you for your efforts. She removes a ruby from a pouch and hands it to you. If you can ever speak to Koth and learn what I am looking for, I will reward you further. Right. Let me... A dread curse is a powerful thing, vicious and hard to break. Though I've heard that there are those in the Tower of Magi far to the south who can remove it. Okay, so when I have access to the Tower of Magi, I will come back and get these amazing dragon gloves. But that is not what I wanted. I wanted to actually learn... Yeah, there we go. So, summon Shade, Call Storm, Improved War Blessing, Word of Thoughts, Improved Curing, Protection. Well, I'll look through that. I've got quite a bit of money. I should probably do some shopping. But I think that's it for this episode, so I will see